is Lego Red and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Yeah. This is a Lego Transformer that I built. It's supposed to be like a kind of aircraft, kind of looks like a flying tank really, but I wanted to build something that the transformation wasn't just hiding the limbs under the wings like a lot of aircraft style transformers are. And yeah, so this is jet mode. If you want, these pieces here can fold out like that, and also this is his gun in robot mode, but if you don't want it back, I like it back there because it fills in that gap, but you can also attach it at the front if you want, and even if you really want, you can take this sight off of, it's kind of hard to get off because it's on two clips. Take the sight off of the gun, it can go on the front like that, and now if you want, you can put stuff in these clips to carry it, but it's not the strongest connection, so it's not going to carry anything really heavy, but whatever. Anyways, to transform them, first thing you want to do is take the gun off and set that aside. And the transformation is actually pretty simple, but what you do is these feet are in these studs here. Those are his feet, and they kind of just clip out of those studs and come down like this. These little fins fold into the back of his legs like that, and you gotta hold this and kind of turn his toes out, and his legs are done. Now for the arms, you bend these down like this, and these fold in like that. They kind of get in the way, but I needed these fins here to keep the wings from looking too short and bulky in the airplane mode, so oh well. That's how his arms transform, and his hands are a bit tricky, but they just turn out like that. And like that. And his arms are done. Now for the torso, first you want to turn these like that, and then this whole piece turns down, turns down like that and knocks off a piece for the sake of the video, like that, and then these pieces here turn like that, and then his head just comes up, turns, and comes down, and his waist falls off also for the sake of the video. I kind of regret giving him waist movement because it made him a lot more fragile, but at the same time it's kind of neat. I like articulation, so yeah. And then his gun goes just in his hand like that. And there you go. You kind of have to bend his legs a bit to compensate for the weight distribution, but all in all, I think he turned out pretty great. I think he looks pretty good in both modes. This you could kind of detach and it can be like a little nuke if you want. Also, his gun can attach to his back right here, like so, if you don't want him holding it. And his wing pieces are actually kind of cool because you can turn them into kind of blade weapons on his arms if you want. And there's that waist piece again. But yeah, all in all, pretty happy with the way he turned out. Transforming him back into spaceship mode is pretty annoying because there's a lot of, tedious things. Like turn these back without knocking his head off. I start the transformation with his head going back. Oh yeah, and I take his gun off. Put his head back. His head doesn't clip on to this stub, but it kind of lines up with it. So you use that as a base and turn these back. That's where it starts to get a bit annoying. Well, after these hands going, doing these hands is also kind of tedious because they're just a little tricky. Anyways, what you do is you put his shoulders up flush like so, put his arm blades out, they bend back like so, and this is the part I really find annoying because what you have to do is you have to get these pieces right here lined up with this stud, and with the waist rotation and the articulation of the legs, it can sometimes be annoying. But there's one, and there is two. If I can get it to clip in, and his waist wants to come off. There we go. See, this part you have to do a lot of fiddling to line it up right. Actually didn't take that long. I'm not going to bother perfectly lining the legs up evenly because for the sake of the video. And you already saw them lined up, so yeah, there we go. And his gun just fits in there nicely. And that's him. I'm pretty happy with the way he turned out. I think he looks good in both modes. Yeah, probably gonna try to do a land tank next or something like that, maybe some kind of animal. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a nice day.